Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo. And they'll begin by running the option.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo got a man. That's Richie James. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The numbers for Jones last week, 16 carries, 81 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6. So we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
How about this? He'll try the option. Left side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Corral. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Sanders will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they found a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 1st down, Foreman. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And Corral will throw it. Got a man. It's short. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A carry for Foreman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And this one is right through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of his offense ready for their next possession. He's coming off his second interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. Devontae Parker, the 30. 10, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run with Foreman. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Foreman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd down, Corral. On the slant, he's got Sanders. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Foreman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
Hard to think that if maybe they were a little closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. 20, 10. And they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
Here we go.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Fielded just inside the 30. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. yards, the final tally.
Corral with it, first down here.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, it's Corral. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Now Corral, 3rd and 2.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we've come to halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction.
Corral with it on first down.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons
coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Garoppolo.
A check down here to Jones.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Third down, Corral.
It's complete to Hopkins.
And he's going to have the Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Here's Foreman.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw brought in by Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On second down, it's Jones. Able to slither by. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he wisely will throw that one away. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Corral, pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Corral looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. An inside give to Jones. Down right around the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And Corral will throw it.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Foreman.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead.
Throwing here, Corral. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Corral. That's complete to McBride.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman.
He's got the first down and more. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now Corral.
caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
D'Onta Foreman from a yard out. And the Cardinals put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Extra point splits the offense. And gives him a 3-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
3rd and long, Corral.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every one if they close this game out just a few steps from winning. They can't relax just yet.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So Jimmy Garoppolo in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 53 remaining. Now Garoppolo.
And this is caught by Parker.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Watson making the catch.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Garoppolo to throw. James has got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cards are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On 3rd down, Foreman. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Able to find Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Garoppolo's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
One final try now for Garoppolo.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.